Bizarre Brain Comics. Hello, Gary here for Bizarre Brain Comics. And I want to show you something I got today. I went to a thrift store. I'm going to talk about some digest-sized comics again, as I've done before. Here, I told you I get these digests at the thrift store. Well, I got this whole bunch here at the thrift store, and also, it was like gold. And I also got a bunch here. I'm not going to go through those. I just wanted to show them to you. From a bag of comics. Well, for 13 comics for $10. That's less than $1 a piece. And these are all here from the 70s and 80s. I got a couple from the 90s, and they're all in pretty good shape. And then these digest comics, a bag of those, 9 of them for $4. And these are all from the 80s. So here we go. Take a little look. Like I said, these are all from the 80s. Various sizes, digest comics. Archie Comics Digest. They always have some interesting things. Mostly just regular old Archie type stories. Archie getting in trouble, trying to make time with the ladies, etc. Was a drughead. And of course, one of the best things these digests has is that they often reprint stories like here from the 50s and sometimes even the 40s, 50s and 60s. This is a hell of a neat one. It's Archie and company as cavemen have to fight off a dinosaur here. Some other things like that. Archie's Double Digest with Betty and Veronica on the top. Double indeed. Double indeed. Well, this one looks like it's from the 50s or early 60s, and some real nice artwork. Little Jinx. I was never totally thrilled with Little Jinx, but she's okay. This was an interesting one here. An adventure story. They're getting houses broken into. The girls are taken hostage and one in a plane that crashes and stuff. I like it when they have some of the more adventurous type stories. There's another one. Hell yeah. Oh, and there's one. We mentioned before, Pure Heart, the Powerful Captain Hero. And these are some stories that I haven't read before. Captain Hero. Oh, horns on Archie showing his evil intent. Oh, and this is another cool looking one. This was a long story. This looks like it's from the 50s. And it was a long story about a robot. It must have been a complete issue. Robbie, and they call him the robot Robbie. Invention of Dilton. There's a Sabrina story. Other stuff. Oh, the Prowler, another adventure type story. And one that's neat with their adventure type stories is that they still have the humor. A lot of the humor, but it's a nice change from their. No, I just saw the Super Duck. That's silly stuff. Silly stuff. And this looks like the early 60s from the style of clothing and the style of the artwork. This is Double Digest. My backdrop is falling down. He still has the top. Here's another Pure Heart, the Powerful story. Here it has Captain Hero, but the colorist made a mistake. They got everybody else's colors right, but they made him dressed in yellow. Instead, it's a super teen. Betty is super teen. It's a long one too. All one continuous story. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. They're all A lot of fun. Oh, this one's neat because from Madhouse. And this is a long story, too. This was, what's his name? Cosmo, the Merry Martian. And it's looks like a full issue-sized storyline. The Martians and aliens and invading the Earth and stuff like that. That's some really cool things. Well, Archie's always getting in trouble, and some of these, okay, I'm not sure which ones come up to it with little Archie somewhere, and who done it, and so just general silly stuff. I like it when they have a nice mixture of things. So, like Sabrina, they throw Sabrina stories in there. I really like the Sabrina stories. I don't think I've ever seen, except once or twice, Sabrina solo digest comic. I do have one. It's one or two. I can't remember. It's from the when they were did Sabrina in the manga fashion. So from those styles were the 60s. Something happening in the house. Decorators. There was one. Little Sabrina. There was one here. We haven't come. Yeah. Little Archie. When they do the little Archies, they're often in more adventure stories. And this is about a mummy. That's funny because, as I said before, little Archie is more competent than grown-up Archie because he's just a doofus. But little Archie, someone said something about it's actually an alternate Archie from an alternate universe because he is so much more competent. Mort, I don't know, Mort. More little Archie. Typical teenage hijinks. Yeah. And then Archie Andrews, where are you? These are the 100-page ones. These are the 150-page. And then there's big ones, the big annuals, and the like 250 pages. Oh, I like this one. I was just looking through it. It has some very nice artwork, and I hear the young ladies. I don't know who drew it because they don't give credits, but all the young ladies in this story look extra attractive. And this young lady eating a hot dog, tell me that's not suggestive. And if you're not old enough to know what that means, just wait or ask somebody. Had an ad for Katie Keene. I liked Katie Keene. I actually had something published in a Katie Keene comic. If I ever find it, I'll have to show it to you sometime. That's because Katie Keene did fashions, and they had incorporated into their stories some of the fashions. Another Archie Andrews, where are you? And the Katie Keene had had fans send in clothing designs. Out camping. You know, that's nothing going to happen there if they're out camping. Older stuff, but they'd have the fans send in clothing designs and then incorporated them into their stories. And I had one dress that I designed for Katie Keene, and she wore in a comic. Yeah, that's neat. Little Jinx. It's all just Archie hijinks, and I said these are all from the 80s. So of course, some of the stories go back to the 50s and occasionally even the 40s. What's it? We're just regular. Oh, that had a pure heart in there somewhere, and most of them are just plain old, just fun. Great reading for kids, but some of us grown-ups like them too. Of course, a lot of the kids don't admit that they like Archie or read Archie. No, they're too grown up for that stuff. So you got to wait till you're all grown up, and so that you can actually admit that you read Archie comics. And I've always liked Archie. And somewhere in there we didn't get to see them, but when I was looking through them before, had some Josie and the Pussycats and the like. I like Josie and the Pussycats. I liked the show when I was a kid. Well, that's all we've got, and that's all of the I've still got a bunch of Archie Digest comics, and still have more DC Digest comics to share with you sometime, but that does it for now. And there are lots of good fun reading there, and so I hope you enjoyed this. It's a shorter one, just something to take a look at. And please like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment. And remember, comics are art. See? Right there. Art. And that's art. And that's art. And we'll take a look at some of those one of these days.